It's the night of September 12, 1942, in the South Atlantic Ocean.
The advanced submersible vessel has been observing a large cargo ship for hours.
The U-boat has surfaced, so it can keep up with its target. The captain keeps his distance to avoid detection. He watches through his periscope as the distant vessel chugs along. The British are completely unaware of the danger closing in.
As dusk falls, some cabins ignore the strict blackout order.
Each glowing window helps the captain to prepare for engagement. An alarm sounds across the submersible as preparations for a significant action are underway.
Los.
A 22-foot-long torpedo rushes out of the tube and races toward its target.
Prepare for action. 3.
The captain deploys a second projectile towards the large cargo ship. He counts down the seconds as the projectiles race towards the starboard side of the vessel.
He can see a significant disturbance of water emerge as the first projectile impacts.
The first torpedo strikes the British merchant cruiser right in the center. Water rises high into the air and then falls away, revealing a massive gaping hole.
A second projectile impacts the vessel, striking closer to the bow and shaking the entire ship.
The captain watches with satisfaction as the large transport ship begins experiencing a noticeable tilt. He sees survivors dive from the stricken ship into the sea. On board the submersible vessel, the radio operator has intercepted an urgent communication from the large cargo ship.
Attention, attention. The affected vessel is the large transport ship, 19,695 tons. A cheer goes up among the men. It's a significant achievement. With the urgent communication sent out, other vessels will soon approach. We need to ascertain the state of the other vessel's leader. He's looking for any sign of the other vessel's leader as he approaches the distressed large cargo ship. The distressed vessel is listing hard to starboard, and Sailor _A is in a difficult situation. He watches as all around him is a scene of total chaos and panic. Men, women, and children rush to the lifeboats as they attempt to escape the distressed large transport ship. Sailor _A looks down over the port side. His best chance is to jump into the water. But he just can't face the drop. So he slides down the deck towards the starboard side. Lowering himself into the water and swimming as fast as he can away from the sinking ship. Picking his way through a field of debris and panicking survivors. He's elated to spot a floating wooden raft up ahead.
Bloody hell, Jim! Give me a hand!
Davy Jones pulls Jim McClellan onto the raft. Shivering, the men are dejected. They watch the large cargo ship's stern rise up, and its propellers are lifted high into the air. Meanwhile, half a mile away in the U-boat, Hartenstein scans the ocean.
The sea is filled with overcrowded lifeboats, and even more people clinging to the sides.
Shouts and cries echo through the dark.
They spot two men clinging to a crate who are shouting for help.
Aiuto!
Helfen Sie uns!
Hartenstein is shocked to hear Italian voices. What are they doing on a British vessel?
Raus! Raus! Holt sie aus dem Wasser! Jawohl, Herr Offizier! Beeilt euch, Männer!
Sailors rush down to the bow and drag the two men from the water.
Captain, we've spotted the enemy fleet on the horizon. They're flanking us from the north. We need to take action now. I hear you. A chill runs through Hartenstein's blood. The vessel involved in the incident carried individuals who were unexpectedly connected to his own side.
Holt diese Männer aus dem Wasser!
More and more men paddle their way to the submersible vessel, desperate to reach salvation. The submersible vessel stays at the scene as the days pass, and Hartenstein keeps filling his boat up with survivors.
The compartments and deck are soon packed to the limits, but Hartenstein still ignores the danger.
He doesn't plan to leave people stranded in the ocean. Ordering the crew to lash 4 lifeboats to his U-boat gives extra space. But it brings the sub down to walking pace and makes them a sitting duck for attacks.
Hartenstein's only protection is a repeated plea to aerial forces. I need air support. Send air support, please!
The radio operator sends out across all open channels.
If any ship will assist the shipwrecked individuals, I will not interfere with her operations, provided I am not engaged by other vessels or aerial forces. Even with his radio message, he feels danger is still around.
Flugzeug tief an Steuerbord! Hart achtern! Sofort!
An unknown aircraft comes in close and starts circling around the submarine. It's near enough that the crew can see a distinctive marking on the aircraft, indicating its origin from a specific nation. You see it too?
The aircraft is a B-24 Liberator belonging to the U.S. Army Air Force.
At the controls is the pilot, and he's searching the area for survivors from the distressed vessel.
Got a submersible vessel down here. Heading down to investigate. Targets confirmed. Launching recon drone now.
And the submersible vessel is dragging lifeboats. Fix die Rote Kreuzflagge. The crew rush out to the bow and quickly fix an enormous medical flag over the prominent deck feature.
Jetzt runter aufs Deck!
All their lives are in the pilot's hands.
Commander, I have visual on the submersible, requesting immediate descent. Affirmative, pilot. Proceed with caution. Keep your sensors active.
Harden tries to explain the situation over the radio, but he's not really sure what he's seeing.
What are your orders, sir?
This has got to be some kind of deception.
But they're flying the medical flag.
Take action against the submersible at once.
Understood. Returning to the vessel.
Hartnett takes the aircraft around and heads back towards the submersible.
He pushes forward on the control column and brings the plane down to a low level.
The aircraft roars towards the submersible. It's so low that it's almost skimming the surface. Brace yourselves! Incoming! No, don't shoot! Stop! Stop the attack, please! Runter, everyone get down!
The Liberator comes screaming overhead, and bombs come crashing down towards the submarine. The projectiles splash into the water short of the submersible, sending up huge plumes of spray and drenching the crowded deck. Hartenstein crouches by the conning tower as he sees the aircraft come around for another attack run. Crash dive!
The only way to save his crew is to take the submersible down into a crash dive.
Rettet euch Boote, Kappen.
One of his sailors runs to the rear and starts chopping through the ropes with an axe. A blade comes slicing down, severing the connection with one of the lifeboats. 2 more to go.
Ha! Ha! It's solid! Try again. Come on, we're almost out of time.
Raising the axe high, he goes to swing again, but it's not quick enough. Hartenstein throws himself onto the deck as another projectile comes whistling down from the aircraft.
The bomb lunges into the sea and detonates directly under the submarine.
The blast lifts the submersible up and out of the water and throws the men on deck off their feet. The pilot watches from the cockpit as the submersible wallows and thrashes in the water. He's got the target.
But he can't shake the feeling that he's doing something that isn't right.
Submersible sinking. Return to base. Get back to the base now!
Schadensbericht.
Wir haben Wassereinbruch. Die Batterien sind undicht. Zum Tauchen vorbereiten. Jetzt sofort! Raus! Raus! Alle raus!
It's total mayhem as the survivors dive off the deck and splash down into the water, desperate to escape before the crash dive.
Struggling against waves, Jim swims for his life. He battles the current, and finally he's pulled up onto a lifeboat.
The massive shape of the submersible pulls alongside them.
Get them out of the water! Quickly now!
Setzt euren Kurs Nordost. Die Küste Afrikas ist 700 Meilen entfernt. Ich wünsche euch viel Glück.
He salutes the survivors and rushes back inside his vessel. Jim watches as the submersible sails away and disappears under the waves. He and the others in the lifeboat are now alone, far from land. It took the survivors 24 days to get to land, low on food and water. Their numbers fell every night, but finally, they arrived in Liberia.
Captain Werner Hartenstein was lost a year later during a patrol in May 1943.
In response to the attack, the High Command issued orders forbidding vessels from rescuing survivors.